So Tyson Fury was saved by the referee and saved by the bell, let's be honest. But great round 9 for Usyk, and he came out round.
So Tanfly was saved by the ref and bailed out by luck. Can we just be look at things objectively yet extraordinary cycle 9 for Usyk? And he emerged cycle 10 cycle 11, didn't do an extraordinary arrangement, yet I thought he was still behind his work. Regardless sort of in charge ref, was better rage recuperated. Well, Carl Froch has responded to the spilled sound tape of the RAS. And ref imprint Nelson, John Rage, the battling man on the hard street. Yet come on, don't get down on the Cobra, you and me. When was Arena 93,000 group? I'm up for that, my companion. So at any rate, you said you'll battle anybody. You said, not very far in the past, the previous heavyweight fighter didn't just go after the 3 people included, yet additionally wanted that they get the most extreme discipline for their offense. So we don't listen a lot to Tyson fierceness recommendation or put downs, yet we should return to the battle. It was an incredible battle. It was close. Usyk began well. He ruled early entryways for me on the scorecard, yet Tyson got once again into it. And when he got once more into it, very much evened out it up. He didn't conceal anything about his disdain for the RAS and savaged them more than once after his stunning revelation. Carl Dress, who's been sitting extraordinarily on issues connecting with Tyson Anger, and his dad John Anger, has now attacked the 2 of them close by ref imprint Nelson, who was the 3rd man in the ring during the heavyweight title battle on May 18th. Well, the explanation isn't unrealistic. Froch's remarks came after a sound tape was spilled containing a discussion between John Rage and ref imprint Nelson, with Tyson Anger offering discontinuous remarks during the discussion last year. Anyone more than 50, I'll battle him. I'm a battling man, any man brought into the world from his mom. I'll battle him more than 50 years of age on the hard street, in the ring, in the bar, toward the rear of a vagabond train site. You're not battling, man, 'cause I'll have a battle with you. I'll battle you for a FIV. I'll beat you regardless of whether no tape was found. It's turned into a significant subject in the realm of boxing. After the battle, that Tyson Wrath had gotten a gigantic blessing from imprint Nelson, and that was the main justification for why he was up till the absolute last round. Ought to check Nelson, have completed his obligations true to form. Alexander Usyk would have dominated the game stunningly with a 10th round knockout triumph. The bias was obvious to such an extent that heavyweight warrior Derek Chisora had hammered imprint Nelson for permitting fierceness and excess of time to recuperate from Usyk's surge. In a meeting with the favorite spot, Chisora halted imprint Nelson after he left the ring and said, "Ref, that was the slowest include in boxing history. Get your numerical right, brother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was the slowest count of 10 I heard in my life. Definitely slowest count ever. And that is shame of boxing. It doesn't matter at all to me who says whatever was so sluggish. The battle was over. Do you think Usyk merit the triumph beside the Ukrainian? Handled a progression of overhand lefts to send Wrath tumbling in reverse into one of the sides of the ring. Ref imprint Nelson called the knockdown as Wrath had all the earmarks of being just kept up by a corner post. Ringside authorities started the 8 count, yet Chisora felt it was too lengthy after Nelson left. Cora said that was the slowest include in boxing history. Do you comprehend? On the 10th round, when the thump down, yes. And afterward the count was incredibly sluggish, exceptionally sluggish, and incredibly sluggish. Broadened and unexpectedly, the chime rings, so bounce stop in a different meeting. Chisora portrayed the consider a shame to boxing. I don't have any idea why the ref gave a count. I comprehend, they say, in the event that the ropes are keeping you up, that implies on the off chance that anyone is on the ropes getting raised a ruckus around town, ought to hop in and give you a count. He then, at that point, added, I figured the ref ought to have allowed him either to polish him off or stop the battle. It appeared as though a good all-around stoppage, according to my perspective. He was out of control. He fell over on the off chance that it was around the alternate way in the event that Tyson rage was doing this to Usyk, the ref would have presumably halted it. We really want to discuss the sluggish count that obliterates confining Chisora at a meeting on the off chance that we continue doing this strangeness of slow counting, and attempting to disturb the cadence of the game. Individuals will drop out of affection with boxing, yet for reasons unknown the ref gave him a count, and gave him a long 20-second count. The ref prevented him from completing his chants. Everyone at ringside was profoundly agitated with the ref fierceness has a background marked by recuperating from weighty knockdowns, having recently moved off the material against powerhouses Deontay, more stunning, and Francis, close by. The heavyweight fighter fans rushed to share their tirades via virtual entertainment. Many fans were so obtuse, were so gruff, unsharing their viewpoints, generally repeating the case that Imprint Nelson was the significant supporter of Tyson Rath's success. A fan tweeted, "Ref saved him. I see designs with the Anger family." One said it was no nearby battle. Usyk won the battle 2 times in the 10th round. And by scorecard, one more fan immediately contrasted Imprint Nelson's presentation with that of Harvey Dock, who directed the battle between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia a month prior and experienced harsh criticism for not finishing the match after Devin Haney went down multiple times before the last ringer. The ref is attempting to help Rage, however, much as could reasonably be expected. Very much like the one did in the Garcia battle, the ref ought to have finished it, yet he presumably had cash on it, and was told don't stop it in the event that Rage is in a difficult situation regardless of what corner oak. So you're down oak one that was like that, better believe it. Yet I think this one thing need to change in boxing on the grounds that individuals love boxing genuine. No doubt the majority of individuals are falling head over heels for boxing in light of a fan composed strongly the ref saved him. He didn't endure it all alone. Likewise, this one didn't put such a lot of fault on the ref. Accepting the ropes saved Rage. First, the rope saved him. A scrutinizing fan questioned why the battle wasn't quit, considering Tyson Anger's weakness. At that point, a superior inquiry is the reason didn't the ref stop the battle, since fierceness was essentially unprotected, and making large efforts while offering nothing back, or a transition to keep away from the pounding. He was taking great. The response to this fan's inquiry was that John Rath had a discussion with the ref before the battle and being enticed by their proposition. Imprint Nelson made Tyson Anger's strength his principal need. The subtleties of their discussion was spilled in a sound tape that was accounted for to have been delivered by Usyk's advertiser. Alex Cook had been the one to put forth the attempts to figure out what was off-putting about the Rages and ref Imprint Nelson. And as per the news doing the rounds, he was the person who gave the tape over to Alexander Usyk. Once the battle was over, Alexander Usyk's advertiser, Alexander Cook, guaranteed the triumph ought to have come sooner than it did, as the battle didn't need to go past the 10th round to him. Rage was saved by the ref ropes. And afterward the ringer, after a whirlwind of punches from Usyk, nearly sent him to the